Hi, and welcome back to day 23 of Getting to Know God. 365 stories from the Children's Bible. The link for this Bible is in the description below, and if you want to buy it, you can follow along and read it and repeat it over and over by yourself or with your children. This series is just an opportunity for you to learn about God and just have some time to think about the lesson that you get from each of these stories. And I'll share some of my lessons, and if you agree, if you disagree, there's a comment box and I'm happy to respond and reply to you and start a conversation. So today, day 23, Rebekah is found. This is from Genesis 24. And yesterday's story was about Isaac's wife being found by the chief servant. Abraham's servant was still beside the well, praying that God would help him to choose Isaac's bride, when he heard footsteps coming near. He looked up to see a beautiful girl walking towards the well, her empty water pot on her shoulder. As she filled the jar, the servant hurried forward. "Please, may I have a drink?" he asked. She readily lowered the jar and let him drink. Then her eyes strayed to the waiting camels. "Shall I get your camels a drink too?" she offered, and began to fill her water pot again and again until the drinking trough was full. The servant was full of joy. His prayer had been answered. "What is your name?" he asked. "Rebekah," she said. "I am the granddaughter of Naor." The servant knew that Naor was Abraham's own brother. How good God had been to lead him to his master's family. He brought out rich jewelry and put them on Rebekah. Rebekah took the servant home, and there he told the whole story to her family. Rebekah's father and brother agreed that she should marry Isaac. It was so clearly what God wanted. Next morning, the servant was eager to set off. Nothing that Rebekah's reluctant family could say would persuade him to stay longer. With many tears and kisses, they all said goodbye to Rebekah. How glad she was that her old childhood nurse would go with her on the long journey to meet a husband she had never seen. When they drew near, Rebekah looked eagerly around. Then she caught sight of someone walking in the fields. At that moment, he too looked up and saw the camels. Quickly, Rebekah slipped down from her camel. "Who is that man?" she asked the servant. "It is my master, Isaac," he replied. The moment Isaac met Rebekah, he loved her, and he gladly made her his wife. How beautiful. So, so beautiful. What do you think of that story? And what lesson do you get from it? So, the lesson I get from this story is again trusting in God. God will set things in line. He will put the jigsaw pieces together. He can oversee everything. He can see everything. He knows everything, and he can see everything. He knows people's motives. He knows people's agendas. He knows the hearts of people. So he will put two hearts that align together. And often, as humans, we end up with the wrong person because we haven't listened to our hearts. We haven't waited, or we haven't involved God in that important decision. Is it not about time to give him a chance to show how good he is and how faithful he will be to keeping his promises to you?